YouTube, how y'all doing today? I hope y'all doing just fine on this beautiful Monday. We got a lot to cover. Each day, it's something new with Donald Trump and his cabinet. And we'll be discussing the Orange Man, the Muskrat, um, John Deere Fancy Pants, and we will be discussing Sugarfoot. So we got a lot to cover. Donald Trump's cabinet, and the duties that Donald Trump is on, from tariffs to messing with Mexico, Canada, etc. We got a lot to cover because every day is something new with who? Donald J. Trump. So let me tell you, I'm going to be using code names. So as I said, Orange Man, Muskrat, John Deere Fancy Pants, and I may even use the name Sugarfoot. So y'all know who I'm talking about. We went through this yesterday, okay? Thank all of y'all for coming to my live. Hello, King Alan. Say hello to my moderator, King Alan. Hello, Zoran. How you doing? How you doing? Hello, Queen Victorious One. Thank you all for coming to my live. We got a lot to cover, and we're not going to waste a moment, okay? We're going to just go ahead and get started. Hit that like button as you are coming in. The likes are free. It doesn't cost you anything. Just simply hit that like button and show me some love. And if you like to donate to my channel, you can send me super chats or super stickers, whichever one you would like to do. Also, in my description, my Venmo is in my description. So if you want to show me love through my Venmo, it's there as well. My PayPal link is in my description too. So we're going to go ahead and get started, you guys. Every day, don't miss a beat. Don't miss a day. Donald Trump is doing something great every day. Every day. One moment, please. How y'all doing today on this Matic Monday? Just another Matic Monday. Hold on. Give me a moment, everybody. Just a moment. No, I don't need that. I need that one. That's the one I need. That's not what I need. Stop playing. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. We're going to wait till everything load up and we're going to get started. So, we're going to discuss Jasmine Crockett, Trump and his shenanigans that he got going on. We're going to, discuss the hair plug billionaire, the one with all the babies. Him and Donald Trump total have 13, not 13 children, because Elon has that by himself, 13, 14, 15 children by himself. Oh my God. Whew. Anyway, we're going to get started here. He's talking about Jasmine Crockett.
I mean, do you think she would never do anything physical, or maybe her supporters? I don't know.
I don't worry about her doing anything physical. I mean, people forget that I was a criminal defense attorney. So, there are those that are like, oh, look at her and that hood is coming.
Uh-oh, it froze. Why? Why did it freeze, everybody? We'll just go to the next thing. I don't know why it froze.
Witness of Tacoma, Washington was taken by government agents in February 2025 and held in jail for nearly 3 weeks. She has no criminal record, wasn't charged with any crimes, and never saw a judge. But when she begged guards to go home, she was met with radio silence. The U.S. Constitution guarantees every person within our borders, you, your family, your friends, this cartoonist, even your annoying neighbor, a fair, legal process the government has to go through before it can take away their freedom. It's called the right to due process, and it's the foundation of the American legal system. If you're accused of a crime, the government has to prove its case against you, and you have a chance to prove your innocence. And all of that has to happen before you're punished for anything. This cartoonist, Becky, had been backpacking across the country and was staying with friends in Portland. She wanted to take a few days to head up to Canada, but instead, she was handcuffed. Her legs and waist were even put in chains, treatment usually reserved for the most violent criminals. And even then, only after they've been granted their due process and been found guilty in a court of law. Trump and his enforcer, Tom Homan, have literally said they are ignoring due process because Well, they don't really say, and it doesn't really matter. Because if the president can personally decide who is punished and never has to make his case, they're no longer a president. We have a word for that kind of executive. It's called a king. While in U.S. captivity, Becky was only given one set of prison clothes to wear for the 19 days she was in jail. She was forced to stay in a cold room where fluorescent lights were on 24 hours a day. She was routinely waken up by prison guards and was denied simple things like a pillow and a blanket. She was, however, given a pen and paper and tried to spend most of her time writing and drawing. She says someday she hopes to write a graphic novel about what happened to her.
Donald Trump is acting out as a king, and he's not even a king. And it's sad because he's trying his best to get a third term, and that will be a curse for the American people. So God need to hurry up and step in and do whatever he's going to be doing. And y'all white people that voted for him, when you march April the 5th, you better do what it needs to be done. Because us black people, we went and did what we need to do November 5th, 2024. We did the right thing. So we're going to go back to Don Lemon's video, okay?
Worry about her? I mean, do you think she would never do anything physical, or maybe her supporters? I don't know.
I don't worry about her doing anything physical. I mean, you know, people forget that I was a criminal defense attorney. So, you know, there are those that are like, oh, look at her and that hood is coming at her. I'm like, I dealt with murderers. Like, I need y'all to understand, like, where this comes from. Like, I've always had to have a very strong sense of self because of the types of people that I would have to deal with as a criminal defense attorney. So, you know, I think that I have a better gauge on who's a threat and who just talks. Marjorie likes to talk a lot. I don't see her ever being physical at all. Plus, I think that she may be concerned about what I could do physically. And when it comes down to her supporters, I never put anything past MAGA. But the reality is that the same people that have hated me since day one are continuing to hate me.
Do you worry about her? I mean, do you think she would never do anything physical?
I would never say that anyone wouldn't do anything physical to anyone, because it matters what state of mind that person is in. And MAGA, they're not of the MAGA, even the MAGA Republicans in Senate, they're not the sharpest tool in the toolbox. So if I was Jasmine, I wouldn't make that statement, because if it come back and bite on the butt and Marjorie actually does something, they would try to use that against her. But she's a defense attorney, so I think she'll be fine. But I just would have never said that. Even if it was in my head, I would not. Hair plug billionaire. Let's see what they're talking about.
Hair plug billionaire gave away $2 million today to help buy votes in the Wisconsin Supreme Court election. He could have used that money to feed thousands of kids free breakfast and lunch. He could have given that money to libraries. He could have given that money to housing for people who need it. But instead, he used it to influence an election that benefits him and his businesses. He's not interested in finding waste, fraud, and abuse and improving the lives of American people. He could do that now. He's hoarding so much money, he could make a difference in people's lives right now if he actually wanted to. He doesn't care about the American people. He only cares about making more money and investing more money in his companies so he can increase his wealth and power in the world. And the GOP and the rest of the flunkies are running around in circles to please him because they are frightened of him. They are afraid of him, and they have no spine at all. We should not have billionaires investing this much money into elections to buy them for their own benefit. If he actually cared about people, he'd be donating to food banks. He'd be donating to causes that help children in need.
Amen.
He doesn't do any of that.
Be sure to follow her. Pull Up Pasta on Instagram. She's an amazing creator. I love her work. Everything that I show y'all is fair use, educational purposes, and great for research purposes. Fair use. Please subscribe to her and check out her Instagram at Pull Up Pasta Politics. You won't regret it.
I hate to say I told you so, but I really did. I told you that Trump won't leave the White House again, and I told you that we are already in the midst of an autocracy. We're in the midst of a dictatorship. I hate to say it. But I'm usually right. Why am I saying this? Because this weekend, if you have not seen it, President Trump did not rule out violating the U.S. law to seek a third term in office, telling NBC News that he was, quote, not joking about the possibility and suggesting there were methods to circumvent the two-term limit laid out in the Constitution. Obviously, any attempt to seek a third term would run afoul of the 22nd Amendment, right? When asked whether he has been presented with plans to allow him to seek a third term, Trump said, there are methods which I could do it. A third Donald Trump term. We're not even through the second Donald Trump term. Shit, I'm tired. I hate to say I told you so, but I really did. I told you that Trump won't leave the White House.
Well, okay then. It should be okay that President Barack Obama can do a third term. But what Donald Trump says, no, he can't do it. Why the F do you think your ugly orange self can run a third time and the great president with the highest education of any president has been in there, President Barack Obama, a black man, why can't he run a third time? Danny, you nobody's special and you're not good on the eyes. You're no surprise. You're a disappointment with your 34 felonies. Hello, orange man. You're not special.
Big breaking news, China, Japan, and South Korea have reached a consensus that the three sides will jointly respond to the United States' tariffs that are set to take effect this week. This was just announced on Chinese state media. It's hard for me to emphasize just how big a deal it is for these countries to come together like this, and it further shows how Donald Trump has united the world against the United States. This announcement comes just the day after the three countries held their first economic dialogue in 5 years on Sunday, seeking to facilitate regional trade as the Asian export powers brace against Trump's tariffs. Japan and South Korea are seeking to import semiconductor raw materials from China, and China is also interested in purchasing chip products from Japan and South Korea. We're going to continue to follow this story and more, so remember to follow our account and add the Midas Touch podcast right now on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. We've got some big breaking news. China, Japan, and South
Okay. Let me know in the chat. How do y'all feel about Donald Trump has made our allies our enemies? It's hard to survive in the world with everybody else hating you. That's not how life works. But from an evil man, Donald Trump, he is okay with not being liked. And in some instance in life, it is okay. But you are supposed to be the leader of the greatest country ever. But right now, in my opinion, I do not believe we're the greatest country right now under Donald Trump. This is life under Trump 108.
Now, in the military, we're growing up with this principle, that leadership by example. A good leader does the things that his troops do and holds himself to the same standard as his troops. Okay, Secretary Hegseth, you said accountability starts now when he took the job. Well, guess what? Accountability starts with you. You need to look in the mirror and you need to submit your resignation, because that's exactly the kind of egregious error that he has committed. He needs to resign. He has let down all the people, all the soldiers, sailors, and airmen and marine that are in his command. He's let them all down, and he told them, and for him to continue in the job is a total double standard that will degrade morale throughout the military. Now in the military, we're growing up with this principle, that leadership by example. A good leader does the things that his troops do and holds himself to the same standard as his troops. Okay, Secretary Hegseth, you said accountability starts now when he took the job. Well, guess what? Accountability starts with you. You need to look in the mirror and you need to submit your resignation, because that's exactly.
Only thing that Keith Hessex want to do, he want that brown. I want some of that brown sugar. Ooh. He want that brown that's turn it up. That's what he want. He ain't concerned about doing the right thing. He even talked about in one instance when he was doing a press, he said something about Hillary. Why does he continue to bring up Hillary? Why do the Republican Party continue to bring up Hillary Clinton's email? Why? Because their goal is to deflect, because they know that MAGA is simple. Then they can manipulate MAGA. They can't manipulate us, but they can manipulate MAGA. So if they manipulate MAGA, they feel like they got it good. They don't care what nobody else say, as long as they can manipulate the fools and keep the fools under their wings. And he's Donald Trump wingman. The funk box wingman.
I thought the boys only war group chat was bad. Let me take it one further. Pete Hegseth has a Russian email address. Let me show you the receipts. So someone on Twitter went into one of the publicly available data leaks that have occurred and found this email, which might look a little familiar. Notice the last two letters, right? Well, let's look into this email. It's also linked to a Russian phone number and a Proton inbox. Even more interesting is the password for this Russian email was the same password that Pete Hegseth used for his student email at Princeton. All of this is available in currently public data leaks. Why the fuck does the U.S. Secretary of Defense have a Russian email address associated with a Russian phone number? If you thought the boys only war group chat was bad, let me take it one further. Pete Hegseth has a Russian email address.
He has a Russian email address and phone number. Why do you need that, Pete? Almighty Pete, because I honestly believe, in my opinion, he needs it because he needs to communicate in some kind of formal way with who? Vladimir Putin. He already had somebody from Russia in the group chat when they used the Signal app. Do I need to show y'all the text messages again? We already ran through those. Do y'all want me to show you again? Put it in the chat if y'all want me to show y'all those text messages from Signal they thread when they was communicating. We're not being fooled, y'all. Wake up. Donald Trump thinks the world of Putin. Well, just yesterday, he tried to talk smack about Putin, but he see that's not working in his favor because old daddy Putin owned him and Elon. No matter if Elon says that Putin can't afford him, baby, Putin has more than you. He has different currency more than you do. Just because you're a billionaire doesn't add up to what Vladimir Putin has in his pockets. He actually has more money than Elon. He has more intelligence than Elon. Elon is a fake genius like Kanye West. Elon is really a Donald Trump, not smart. Put on a good front, and after they say they're a genius so much, uneducated people like MAGA run with it and people believe it. Hell, I used to make honor roll in school. I'm not no genius. Made dean's list in college. I'm not a genius. Elon is not a genius. He's a genius at lying, as Donald Trump. They lie a lot. So look at this. I want y'all to see this. Then I'm going to read it to you. This is about the orange man. It says, you can't put a crown on a clown and expect a king. MAGA, this is for you. You can't put a crown on a clown and expect to get a king. Donald Trump is no one's king. You all are more kings and queens in here than he will ever be a king. He's an old fort. Yeah. So look at this. This is 2 men that have a total of 19 children by 8 different women. Elon has several, 13 to 14 to 15, 14 children, and Donald Trump has a couple of his own. So they have a total of 19 children with 8 different women. And this is who y'all call a king. This is who I would call an irresponsible person to make all those children with different women. Children are beautiful and they are from God, but the mistakes that grown-ups make, adults make, is horrible. These 2 men have a total of 19 children by 8 different women. That's hood booger stuff. That's project chick stuff. Those chicas, sad day for them. They going down. I don't care what y'all say.
Let's clear some shit up because there seems to be a lot of goofy people out there that don't understand this. He didn't create Tesla. He didn't. He didn't create the company. He don't design the cars. He ain't responsible for any of the designs of the cars. None of the technology. He just put his money into the company. Same thing he did with SpaceX. He ain't a rocket scientist. He don't design rockets. It's wild as fuck.
He's not a
Did
genius.
any of you think that this dude is a literal rocket scientist? All he did was put his money into something. Then he took his money from Tesla and put that into a social media platform to where he didn't use it to spread goodness or the truth. He did the exact opposite. He spreads lies and hate. So again, a rich dude who didn't create shit, put his name on some stuff, bought a company, bought another company, and uses that company to spread lies and hate. And now, that billionaire who, again, ain't create shit, is making the lives of the average poor and middle class citizen harder. He's firing people unjustly. Now, the billionaire who didn't create shit is making the lives of average citizens harder. And a lot of y'all, quote-unquote, adults are worshiping that. That speaks more to your lack of character and your lack of critical thinking. Because he's just a rich, shitty person. You just a shitty person. Period. Okay.
Period. That's on God. Period. That's on God. MAGA are just some shity people. But they don't have a brain. They just like the scarecrow in the Wizard of Oz. One moment. So, Elon want to whimper and cry. And he said that empathy is for the weak. Well, I'm going to show you this. That's what Elon said, y'all. You know I'm telling the truth. Mr. Muskrat said that empathy is a weakness. And then that was in February 2025. Now that Tesla is drowning under the water and the ancestors that got pushed down in the water, that jumped in the water on their own off the ship, they pulling Tesla on down in the water with them for us. They drown in Tesla right now. So now March 2025, Elon Musk, he got tears in his eyes, showing that he can be having a little empathy. But anyway, he said, how dare people laugh at my pain? Baby, we're going to laugh at you every day. We got our foot on your neck. You laughing at our pain, causing our lives to have misery. You cause people to be without jobs. Now they can't buy food and pay for their mortgages, etc. And you want empathy from the American people? Would you told the American people that empathy is a weakness? No, dog, that ain't how it go. No, Muskrat. You stink. Your whole way of thinking stinks.
Get this straight. Trump's selling U.S. citizenship for $5 million a pop? It's genius. Brings in rich people who will invest in America. Right. Because what America really needs is more billionaires treating our economy like their personal monopoly board. Hey, it's about creating jobs. These investors will sit on real estate, jack up housing prices, and dodge taxes. Yeah, super job friendly. Nah, it's different. They'll actually contribute. Unlike, I don't know, actual workers who bust their asses but can't even get a visa. It's called capitalism. You can't punish people for being successful. No, but apparently we can punish people for not being born into a trust fund. Weird how that works. It's not the same. These people earn their money. Oh, like how Trump earned his wealth from daddy's checkbook? We can't just let everyone in, but we can let in Russian oligarchs, Chinese billionaires, and Saudi princes as long as they Venmo Trump. It's bringing in money. And when that money buys up businesses, land, and influence, then what? Better than illegals flooding the country. Bro, you're out here screaming about border security while Trump's literally handing out golden tickets to the highest bidder. We need immigrants who contribute. Right. So a billionaire who buys his fifth yacht is contributing, but a nurse from the Philippines? Freeloader. America needs investors. America needs affordable housing and a livable wage. But sure, let's roll out the red carpet for hedge fund bros instead. At least they won't be a burden on the system. Oh, sure, because the real problem isn't billionaires dodging taxes. It's Jose trying to feed his kids. Got it. I'm just saying, it's a smart plan. Yeah, if you're rich. If you're anyone else, it's just another way to say, screw you, good luck. I don't know, man. It's just business. Yeah, and business is booming for the 1%. So let me get this straight. Trump's selling U.S. citizenship for $5 million.
And another thing, to add on to what this dude is talking about, The Chinese people have bought up a lot of our farm land. That's not good, y'all. And it has been allowed by our government. They buying up the properties, jacking up the rent. And if they do sell the homes that they're buying, they jack them up so high we can't afford them. Capitalism sucks for the American people like us.
Never on Jeffrey Epstein's jet, were you? I was on Jeffrey Epstein's jet 2 times.
Listening to this dude right here.
Never on Jeffrey Epstein's jet.
Hold on. What is his name? RFK. He makes me itch down there. He makes my hemorrhoids flare up. That's what he does. His voice is so creepy. He makes me itch. Listen to him. This loser.
Never on Jeffrey Epstein's jet, were you? I was on Jeffrey Epstein's jet 2 times.
I'm going to tell you, and I believe him. I believe he been around Epstein. Yes, I do. He said it himself. Y'all heard it come out of his mouth. I'm not making it up. He said it on Fox News, people. He is one of them type of men, a woman wouldn't even let him put his mouth there. You know what I'm saying? On her flower. Because the way he talk, he sound contagious. The one that want to get rid of vaccines and everything else that's going to help us American people. He sounds like he will make you get an infection from that yuck mouth.
Elon Musk is selling X to his AI company. You guys heard me. He's selling X. You know, I'm not on X. You know, X. I don't know. I don't even do X. It's the former Twitter, I think, right? So he's selling X to his company. He's selling his company to himself, his other company. I know I'm not a financial expert. I won't even try to pretend to be, but I just read it. I was like, okay. So he's selling shit to himself. In my head, I'm thinking, okay, he's doing some shit. It's probably something we don't know. He's making moves. When you got money like that, he's probably got loopholes. He's selling some shit. He's probably going, I'm gonna sell. I'm gonna sell. I know what to do. I'm gonna sell to myself. It's not really myself. It's my AI company. So it's I'm selling to myself, but it's not really myself. People are gonna look at my situation, and they're gonna say, "Why are you selling to yourself?" Well, it's not really myself because it's AI, so it's not really me. It's another person. It may be me, but not really. So, it's strategic. You know, my stock is going down. Tesla is really bombing. You know, and there's a lot of things happening. And I just thought that if I sell to myself, then I won't really be in debt if I sell to someone else. But I only trust me. I only trust me. So I thought that it would be smarter to, you know, I mean, come on, things are, you know, are different, you know. So I'm going to sell to myself, but it won't really be me. So when I sell to myself, I'll be strategically not really in trouble because that's just, you know, things that I do. Hey, I'm just trying to save the world. I'm trying to save myself. I hope you understand what I just said. You know. What? Elon Musk is
Y'all have to agree. If you don't, I understand. But how can you sell your business to yourself? I know his loan payment was coming up for Twitter. You know, because he used Tesla to get Twitter. I've never heard of that before, that you can take it and sell it to yourself. Can somebody tell me in the chat, is this illegal? It sounds like something illegal. It sounds like fraud to me. It honestly does. Can somebody tell me in the chat if that is legal? Yes, Queen Victoria's one. Elon is ghetto. Trump is too. They are the most hood people. They got all those kids and by different women. And if it was President Barack Obama, they would say he ghetto, he hood. But honey, he only got kids with one woman, Michelle, the great Michelle Obama. That's who needs to run for president. If the old dumpy pants want to run a third time, our girl Michelle Obama will mollywop him. Actually, Kamala did. But he told us what old Elon did for him, y'all. Come on now. He said out his mouth. Elon knows those voters machines. Yeah.
Elon Musk saved himself from defaulting on loans by buying his own company. What Musk did to rebuy Twitter is what we like to call Hollywood accounting, where you sell yourself to a company that you own, jack up the price, and say that it's worth more than it actually is. Otherwise known as fraud. This should be investigated by the FTC, but it won't because Musk bought the presidency and he's trying to buy the country. Elon Musk saved himself from defaulting on
Now
loans.
that is deep. He makes a lot of sense. He spent almost $300-some million helping Donald Trump with his campaign. So he bought the presidency, in my opinion, and others' opinions as well, because you heard the young man state how he feels. So Elon feels that I can get away with this. I'm in good with old dumpy pants. I can get away with this. And that's why he's doing it. But if regular people do it, MAGA in the Republican Party will be having a hissy. Let's say Jasmine Crockett did it. Oh, she's a bad person. She's fraud. But let the YT do it. It's okay. Let the muskrat do it. It's okay. This is a black activist. She has been detained by ICE. See, they're not just picking up Hispanics, black people. That's why you better not get out there and march. Any of you thinking about marching on the 5th, I'm going to come and whip your tail like I'm your mama. I'm going to give you a good old-fashioned whipping like your grandmother gives. Don't you get out there. Black activists detained by ICE amid Trump's mass deportation efforts. Black people. I keep telling you, they're not like us and they don't like us. They never have. Why do y'all put yourselves in positions to be targeted by these muskrats and dumpy pants and fancy pants with the eyeliner? Do not get out there. I don't care who your white friends are. Love them from a distance at this point. Do not get out there and march and protest for anybody. This is honestly not our fight. Black people are supposed to be resting. So rest so we can continue having that great skin with that melanin that keeps us from aging. Rest. Do not get out there and mess up your great sneakers that you worked hard to pay for with your money. No government money. As they like to say, we DEI, we ghetto, we're project people. No, we work for our money. Do not waste your time because they don't care about you. They will simply have the popo to pow you. Don't go out there. They targeting black and brown people. Don't be a fool.
Typical Trump. All bluster, very little substance. He talks a tough game, but then when pressed on it, he's an armchair tough guy. I hate to say it, but this is a guy who said that John McCain is not a war hero, yet he sought his own 5 military deferments. But it's typical Trump. All bluster, very little substance. He talks a tough game, but then when pressed on it, he's an armchair tough guy. I hate to say it.
Yeah, the orange man, he's supposed to have spores on his feet. Toes, feet, whatever. What was it, mold spores? I'm just curious to know. What was it? Was it mold spores? Because, you know, some people have athletic feet. Feet be funky. They said a dude funky. Hey, what do we know? Pete Hegseth needs to resign. He should be fired. Hold on. Hold on, y'all. And this dude right
we
here.
do have authority over the federal courts, as you know. We can eliminate an entire district.
Now they want to eliminate
have
judges
power
because they
funding
won't
over
let
the
them have
courts,
their
all these other
way.
things. But desperate times call for desperate measures, and
Republican
Congress
Party is the
going to
most
act, so stay tuned
whining,
for that.
complaining
Thank you.
party.
We do have authority.
Donald Trump can't get his way. A judge penalize him, tell him he can't do something. Oh, let's impeach the judge. But when it comes to Dumpy Pants, he don't want to be impeached. He think he's better than everyone. Honey, look in the mirror. Look at your body, your face. Really? You really think you're better than other people? You need to have surgery, all that under there. I thank God I'm black because I don't get all that under there fast. You need to have surgery. You have a mangina in your neck, Donnie. It looked like Melania laying right there in your neck with her legs spread the way they had on the news in Russia.
People, I hate to be the bearer of reality, but y'all know that we are the ones that's about to create the next round of businesses and schools. Y'all know that they gonna burn them down and flood us out. Y'all realize
Rosewood.
this, right? I know history isn't really y'all thing, but you do realize that it's repeating itself, yes? Y'all do understand that we need to learn some skills. Understand that the educators are going to have to start educating in our homes. Are we all in one accord that we need the black farmers to start really digging in, that we're going to need accountants and lawyers, carpenters, shoemakers? Like, have we realized that it's happening again? We're going to have to create Black Wall Street in Tulsa and all of the towns that are currently under the rivers in America. I just wanted to make sure we were all on the same page because, yeah, okay. Where that girl at? Oh, okay. Black people, I hate to be the bear.
This young lady is very smart, intelligent young lady. We know what they did. We know what they would do. Prepare. One moment, please. Just a moment. One moment. Sorry.
Okay, let's stop all the fucking shenanigans, okay? All right? This fucking part right here, that's his nickname. He literally has it on his fucking license plate. But y'all want to try to find anything that y'all possibly can to hold on to try to demonize, okay, Jasmine Crockett. But y'all refuse to call out Marjorie Taylor Greene. Y'all refuse to call out your daddy, Trump, right?
He's the worst of that tongue.
How he made fun of a man with disabilities, right? Let's not forget about also the Republican, I forgot her name, who on the floor threatened Jasmine Crockett and told her to come outside.
That was Mace with her ugly self. Very manly like Marjorie Taylor Greene.
But then y'all want to build a case, create a case against Democrats. But this part right here, he calls himself that.
It's on his license plate.
It's on his license plate. But y'all want people to believe that Jasmine Crockett did something so atrocious. No. This is it right here in a nutshell. If he don't want people to call him Hot Wheels, then maybe he should take that off his license plate. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, I have a few choice names for him myself. Okay? But Hot Wheels, that's the one he chose. That's the one he chose. Governor Abbott chose that for himself. So if someone calls him that, no one else to blame but Governor Abbott himself. So she does not need to apologize. Until we start hearing some apologies from Marjorie Taylor Greene, Trump, Musk, and the rest of you fucking rancid Republicans, leave us the fuck alone. Leave Democrats alone. Leave black people alone. Just leave us all the fuck alone, okay? Deal with the rancidness y'all got going on in your party, okay? The criminals. Y'all not aware that y'all president is literally committing crimes right now?
And he has 34 felonies.
Y'all forget he's already convicted of 34 felonies? But y'all have a problem with Jasmine Crockett referring to Abbott, who refers to himself as Hot Wheels. It can't get more elementary than this.
They need to get somebody else to play with. Stop playing black people's face. We know what time it is. We know exactly who you are. Y'all always think we're dumb. How can black people be dumb, especially women are most educated in this country? Black women are the most educated in this country. That's a fact. Do your research, because you never do that, MAGA. One moment. This is about Jasmine Crockett. She's under attack.
Everybody who supports Representative Jasmine Crockett, down to the front. Everybody else, y'all can leave the building. For those of us who support Jasmine Crockett, especially the 92% and the 80%, I know we're resting, but we need to make sure that we are present where Jasmine is concerned, because they're coming after her. A couple of weeks ago, I had to have some words for a content creator who tried to pull Jasmine Crockett into her idea of Democrats not doing what they should be doing during this moment. Fast forward to all of us watching Tesla on a fast downward spiral to bankruptcy. People who are driving a Tesla and can't get out of the Tesla are covering up the Tesla markings, the brands on their cars. People are selling their Tesla stock. People are trading in their Tesla. One celebrity actually donated their Tesla.
Yep,
so
Sheryl Crow.
Tesla, the brand, is on fire. It is heading towards disintegration. And because of that, Jasmine, who is tuned in to what's going on social media, what's happening socially around her, during a speech the other day for her birthday, she said, let's continue to take out Tesla, meaning continue to sell your stock, continue to trade those cars in, continue not to buy the cars, that type of thing. And because our new attorney general is a lying ass MAGA nut,
Bundy.
She took those words and twisted it.
Remind me of Ted Bundy.
And twisted it into being that Jasmine Crockett was calling for violence against Tesla, Tesla owners, Tesla dealerships, that type of thing. And then further tried to threaten her with some type of legal repercussions. That's what Pam Bondi did. But yeah, Jasmine Crockett, who is also an attorney, she knows how the law works. She doesn't fear Pam Bondi. Just like they tried to threaten Letitia James, and Letitia James was like, F y'all, I'm going to do what I'm supposed to do, what my constituents put me in this position to do. And she's been rolling over the Trump administration ever since. Just like they tried to threaten AOC, and AOC basically said, I know my rights, F you. Yeah, so now they're trying to come after our girl, Jasmine Crockett. So since she made that speech about taking down Tesla, Jasmine Crockett just recently, a couple of days ago, said this.
Y'all know we got Governor Hot Wheels down there. Come on now. And the only thing hot about him is that he is a hot ass mess, honey. So
I second that.
So yes.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna move on because I got other people that's also hot in these streets.
Dang, she look good. Who did her makeup? Because, baby, she is beat to the gods, looking like a old moisturized. You can smell the shea butter, looking like a little old chocolate drop, don't she? So now the MAGA nuts are all rising up because they're upset because of her ableist comment. What was her ableist comment? Her ableist comment was calling Greg Abbott Governor Hot Wheels. Yes, I know. We've been calling Greg Abbott Governor Hot Wheels for years. For years. That's his name. There are people who do not call him by his name. They call him Governor Hot Wheels. Is it right? No. But in order to get respect, you have to give it. And Greg Abbott doesn't have respect for marginalized communities. He doesn't have respect for women. What he does is he dehumanizes them.
Yep.
He disrespects them. He denigrates them. And he creates policies and laws to purposely hurt them. So for a lot of us, we will continue to call him Governor Hot Wheels. Because in order to get respect, you got to give it. But like I said, there are people who are now rising up to attack Representative Jasmine Crockett because of that comment. You also got the prince and princesses of the MAGA nut community coming out making claims that Jasmine Crockett assaulted a reporter.
She never
Laura
touched
Loomer.
that lady.
Laura
Never.
Loomer says that Jasmine Crockett
Thank you for becoming a
assaulted
member.
a reporter that's working for
Thank
her
you so much.
over at the Capitol. Where's the video? In this day and age, and Laura Loomer herself, she records everything. Where's the video?
Thank
And
you,
even if
Queen.
there is video,
I can't see quite, but I'll look in a
what
moment,
did your
okay?
reporter do to get attacked? You got this MAGA nut coming after Jasmine Crockett because Jasmine Crockett is telling people to continue doing what they are doing in regards to the Tesla brand. Their hypocrisy continues because when this happened, yeah, they had no problem with that. They cheered this on, and they went on to put him in the White House. They supported this. With all that said, 92% and 80% and everyone else that supports Jasmine Crockett, when you see them out there attacking her, just drop a note saying that you support Jasmine Crockett. And I find it funny because I did all of this, looking into this last night, and when I woke up this morning, this came across my feed. Who did this? Who did this? They put out a visual to go along with the title, Governor Hot Wheels.
Please subscribe to Tabitha Speaks Politics on Instagram and YouTube. Tabitha Speaks Politics is right here, okay? I love her channel. I learned so much. Before I became a YouTuber, that was like certain channels I would go to, and her channel is one of them. Her and Midas Touch Network are my favorites. There's a couple more. But be sure to subscribe to Tabitha Speaks Politics. You will not regret it. Powerful. Yes, she is. Y'all, thank y'all for coming to my channel. Today we covered Governor Hot Wheels, the muskrat, the orange man wants to do a third term, his tariffs. Woo, child. And Elon Musk selling his company to himself. I've never heard of that in my life. If we do it, we're in trouble. But that loan payment was due. I guess he said he got to do what he got to do. But why you can't ask Donald Trump for the money? Oh, because Donnie boy don't have that kind of money. But he had that coin that he made money off of not too long ago. What happened with that coin? It crashed. That's what happened. I want to thank each and every last one of you all. Hit that like button before you leave up out of here. Hold on, let me. Aloha Kitty, thank you so much for becoming a member. You are valued. You are appreciated, Queen. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank each and every last one of y'all, because without you, I wouldn't have a channel. Thank you so much. Hit that like button before you head up out of here. I value you all and I appreciate you so much. I will see you tomorrow. So look for me tomorrow, but anytime between 5 and 6. If I don't come on at 5, I'll come on at 6. Thank you. May God continue to bless you all. Pray for this country, please. And if you do go out there in March, April the 5th, be careful. Please be very careful. Please. I love you guys. Hit that like button before you leave out, please. God bless you. Have a beautiful evening. Bye.